Infertility comes in many shapes and forms. Simply, it means it's taking a little longer than average to get pregnant. 1 in 4 Kiwis experience infertility when trying to conceive, and it's split pretty evenly between men and women. And yet, despite how common it is, going through it can be scary.
Unfortunately, endo just wasn't talked about enough when I was young. So after years and years of experiencing a lot of pain and symptoms, undiagnosed, I ended up going in for an emergency cyst removal, which was 20 centimetres. And that's sort of where the start of how bad it actually was for me. I went back to my gynaecologist and he could barely do an internal scan, and we realised that it was out of control.
Steph made the difficult decision to have a hysterectomy. The major surgery would remove the cysts and ease her pain, but she wouldn't be able to carry a child.
It took a good 6 to 9 months to make that decision. And then a few years later, when it was time to start thinking about having a family, that pain resurfaced deeply.
Fortunately, there were other options for Steph and her husband Matt. They're now loving parents to 2-year-old Grayson.
We looked down the surrogacy path and we have been so lucky and so blessed
Love you.
to find someone, a living angel, that would do that for us.
Steph is one of 3 Kiwi women sharing her infertility journey in the new book, When Sex Is Not Enough.
There's many reasons for infertility, and we just need to embrace it and talk about it and support each other through it, because if we can't be kind to each other, then what's the point?
Well, joining us at the desk now is another of the book's authors. Her name is Melissa Hori. Please welcome Melissa to the project. Welcome. So each of the 3 authors had different experiences. Can you tell us a bit about yours?
Yeah, so my experience was I used to be a high school teacher, and so I knew everything, I thought, about human bio and things like that. And so I knew something was really wrong at the beginning, and we found through testing that my husband actually had pretty much 0 sperm in our first few tests. And so we had to then go through the IVF. Well, it was actually ICSI, where they actually inject the sperm into my eggs. Right. And go through that. But we were very lucky and very rare that we were successful in our very first round. Oh. And so I now have a 3-year-old.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
We like that ending. Now,
yes.
and you all got your partners to contribute to the book, sort of the male perspective. How did that differ from yours?
Yeah, I think it was really important for us to do that, to kind of demonstrate, for us, we're 3 heterosexual couples, but so for any couple, same-sex couple as well, it's a partnership. And so we really wanted to show it's not just that one person riding that alone. Even though it was me that was doing all the treatment, my husband Lewis was with me, was along for the ride, and we needed to make sure that we were together as a team. And also they just did what they were told.
Good advice. Good advice,
Yeah.
yes.
It's a really personal thing to share, and you're so courageous and brave, all of you doing it. And by talking about it, it enables other people to do the same. Yeah. What was your motivation for going so public with such a personal thing?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you just said. We, right from the beginning, we sat down and said, there was nothing there for us when we were going through it, and we wanted to be able to read a book that was either go to a fertility clinic, read the science, or it was go onto a blog, which was quite ranty and venty. There's a place for that, but we just wanted something that was a bit more thoughtful and put together, that had the emotion and all of that with it. And so we decided, let's put something out there that would have benefited us and felt connected to someone.
So lots in there, obviously, for other families that are in the same position as you were. What about for people that are supporting, say, a couple? If I know someone who's going through infertility issues, what can I do to help them?
Yeah, love that question, because that was one of the things about the book too. We wanted it to be for everyone, because it's hard for everyone. It's not just the people going through it. And so we kind of talk about setting boundaries early on with people and actually communicating to people what it is that your boundaries are. I'm not going to go to baby showers. That was one of my firm boundaries. And my friends loved that I gave them that boundary so that they didn't have that awkward, oh, do we invite Mel? Do we not? What do we do here? So set those boundaries real early. And I think let people feel. So don't try and fix things. We found that quite a lot. Oh, well, you could, you know.
Stand on your head.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Try it this way.
Plenty more in the book, by the way. It's
Yes.
called When Sex Is Not Enough. Thank you for writing it. And there's a link to more information on our Facebook page. Please thank Melissa.